Hey guys, Brendan from Border 7 here, and let me tell you a story that literally changed my life. It's called the parable of the banker and the fisherman. A banker is on vacation in Mexico and he sees a fisherman, right? Fisherman brings in a lovely fish off his boat, begins to cook it up on the beach, and the banker approaches him and he asks him, "How long did it take you to catch that fish?" And the fisherman says, "Well, not a whole while." And the banker said, "Well, why don't you spend more time out in the water and catch more fish then?" And the fisherman responds that he doesn't need to because he is able to sell this fish. His family is able to meet their immediate needs, and there's no reason for him to spend any more time out in the water. The banker asks him, "Well, what do you do with the rest of your time?" And the fisherman responds, "Well, I sleep in late. I get to play with my kids. And then in the evenings, I get to go out and drink wine and play guitar with my friends." And the banker looks at him and goes, "I can make you millions. You could spend more time out in the water, catch more fish. We could use that extra fish to buy you a bigger boat. We can use that bigger boat to catch more fish. We can use those extra fish to buy more boats. And in 10 to 15 years, you'd have a whole business. You could take it public and you'd be a millionaire." And the fisherman asks, "Well, then what?" And the banker says, "Well, that's the best part. You can sleep in late. You can play with your kids. And in the evenings, you can go into town and you can drink wine and play guitar with your friends." And this story was so impactful for me because I, like the banker, believed that if I just worked harder, I could build the life that I wanted to live later instead of building the business that supported the lifestyle that I wanted to live today. I, like many other business owners, had a nice office, had a number of employees, and I was taking on the big, high stress projects that I thought would make me enough money so that I'd be able to live off it later. But in truth, I hated every second of it. I was working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, in the sacrificing my youth in the hopes of building something that I might be able to enjoy later. When I first heard this story, I was even on the side of the banker until the end when I realized just how foolish that way of thinking really was. My wife and I then, analyzed kind of what we were doing, and we completely changed our business model to adapt to it. We got rid of our office, we got rid of the employees. We're now a small solo operation that only takes on projects that we want to work on and that we enjoy. And I was able to buy a beautiful house in the mountains. I was able to spend time with my dogs, going out on hikes, walking down by the lake, on a Tuesday afternoon if I want to, right? And it really got me thinking of this mindset of hustle culture is just so wrong and so broken, right? And I really wanted to be able to start opening people's eyes to this, disconnect, right? And start to talk about what can we do to help others build that same lifestyle that we want to have. So let me ask you this: what would be the business that supports the lifestyle you want to have? And are you thinking more like the banker or are you thinking more like the fisherman?